Okay, here we go. We are live. It looks like, for the first time in a long time, we are live and good to go. As promised a long time ago, we are playing the Dawn of Souls version of Final Fantasy I. This is a totally blind playthrough of this Dawn of Souls version. I have never touched this version before, but I've played Final Fantasy I several times. So we're going to configure our party. I hadn't thought too much about this. Yes, got the warrior. Let's do it. Okay, that's how. I haven't done this naming setup before. Dawn. Make him a warrior. Okay. Let's go back. I'm going to go with the same party situation as before. Do I have room for an S ended question mark? Dawn of Souls? Yeah, this is kind of clunky, this input system. Or I'm just not used to it, I guess. Oh, no! Okay. Dawn of Souls? Oh, no! Alright, I think we're good. Fighter, fighter, red mage, red mage. Let's do it. Let's go, baby. Here's the epilogue. Ooh. So this is a different translation of the NES one. The wind stops, the sea is wild, and all that. That's I think that's Onrak, the Mirage Tower was before. I'll watch this cutscene. I don't know if it's skippable, but I'll go ahead and watch it. That must be the... I'm guessing that's the Dwarf Cave? Maybe that's the Earth Cave. I think we've had the Mirage Tower. Patiently awaiting its fulfillment of this prophecy. When darkness veils the world, 4 warriors of light shall come. Yes, and come we will. As soon as this cutscene is over. After a long... yeah, so that's in the first one. After a long journey, 4 warriors appear, each holding an orb, is the translation of the old one, and the hand of each was clutched a crystal. So it's pretty much the same message, just translated slightly differently. Slightly different translation. Okay, here we are. Let's take a look at our menu setup here. So it looks like I have a bigger menu screen. Okay, I have the sort thing done. Okay, and I can equip this way. Okay, this is neat. And they have equipment on them already. Cool, so they all have a knife and clothes. Well, we're going to upgrade that. Cornelia, huh? Should be Corneria. Corneria. Soniku, thank you for checking in. Yeah, I just got back myself from a long trip, and you are moving today. Well, good luck with the move. Erelon the dancer doesn't give her name. Yeah, Soniku, sorry about that. I was just back now, and I'm kind of celebrating. But if you've got a move coming up, good luck. I know they can be a lot of work. I would help you move if we were on the same continent, but I don't think we are. All right, 4 rapiers. And 4 chain armors, whatever the equivalent of chain armors is in this game. Chainmail, huh? Okay. that's gonna be it. Yeah, no, we are not on the same continent, I do not believe. So I would help you, though, if we were. I promise. But you'll never know for sure, because you can't call me on it. So I'm just playing this version for the very first time. I'm not quite sure how it's going to go. I'm not sure what to expect from it, because I have never touched it before. So I guess wish me luck before you have to head out for your moving projects. And I'm hoping to do a long-ish stream today, because I got a bunch of work done this morning, so I won't need to do too much. Okay. Okay, so we're set on those. Just fires. I guess I probably should have brought cures, but okay, I can get one. I can get one cure. Yeah, thank you, Soniku. And again, good luck to yourself for your move today. Yeah, Soniku, I was looking at more Blue Marlin things on Retro Achievements just before I headed out for my trip. And I want to do some more of that stuff. Oh, they're going to force me to go... They're going to force me to go to the castle. Okay, I have... So this is different in the other one. Normally you can just kind of go out and go right to the Temple of Fiends if you want. Okay, we carry crystals. Yes, we're carrying crystals. Okay, and Lucan is a sage later on in the game. I think he's the one of the sages in Crescent Lake. Because Sarda, I think, is the sage that you have to get the rod from. Okay, there's always a Chancellor in Final Fantasy, so we're good there. Okay, rescue Sarah, and I think Sarah is with no H in the old, in the NES translation. Okay, but I think he does say that Garland was used to work for the king and then turns to the bad. Okay, Garland is in the Chaos Shrine. Okay, so not the Temple of Fiends, it's the Chaos Shrine. Okay, but Garland is the finest swordsman in the kingdom. Okay, none who can match him. So here's 4 level 1 fighters are gonna come up. Okay, yep. They'll build up the bridge. So I wonder how this continent does trade with other lands if they don't have the bridge. Oh well. Ooh, that was a nice quick transition there on the steps. That's nice. And I can skip a lot of text with A, so already it seems like I can do a little bit efficient work with this. I have to get used to my menuing and such. But it already seems like I can do some efficient work. Okay. Alright, back attack. Not great. Okay, it does have the hit numbers above everybody, huh? Let's see if it does the changing to a different... Okay, it does the automatic change to a different enemy, so you can just hold down the A button, it looks like. That's a pretty nice touch. The GBA music, you can tell already, is quite hissy, so I can just do this, have everybody attack the same one. Let me just confirm that. Yeah, that'll of course make the game, the grinding, a lot easier. That'll make the grinding a lot easier. Oh. There's a cave down here. That cave is not there in the NES version. That cave is not there. Okay, so we all got our level up there. Earth Gift Shrine. This must be a bonus dungeon. I mean, it is a bonus dungeon, I'm sure. Long ago you could enter, but the way's been shut, saying the land began to decay. I think that's... Oh, it's got the same... Decaying earth. Heavy in the air. Alright. So I must not be able to go in here. This is the same music. I think this is the music from the volcano and the earth cave. Have to say I prefer it in the NES version. So now we're level 2. I'm going to go back and see what the inn looks like. See if I can hold down A. Maybe I can hold down A and it will go through this a little bit faster. Yeah. There we go. One thing I haven't really been watching is to see if gold values and all that are the same. I guess I would assume most of it would be, but I guess you can't really assume everything will be the same. Alright, so not bad yet. It's nothing like gross about this game yet. Everything just seems kind of dulled down. I haven't fought Garland or any bosses yet. Am I really gonna have to wait through that whole thing though? Okay, I've got auto dash. That's nice. Didn't realize that. That's good. That'll make these towns a little bit more fun to navigate. Alright, I'm gonna get Cure for the other red mage. And yeah, I'll wait on anything else. Okay, yeah, cool. So that's a nice touch. No auto dash on the main menu. Where is save? Okay, so save is just right here. So save is in the menu. You no longer need a tent to save, which is nice. Preemptive strike. So you can just hold down the A button and get through these. And I do have the fast forward button mapped on the controller, so some of these battles, these easier ones, I may just hold that down. I don't know what that'll look like on stream. Yeah, not great on stream. That was a fast forwarded battle though. So I'm gonna grab the treasures that I can over here in the dungeon, in the Temple of Fiends or the Chaos Shrine, whatever it is. I'm sticking, as you can see. Oh, another level up! Wow. But oh, I have to go in from this way, huh? How are my red mages at 2 hits? Hang on. How are my red mages at 2 hits? Accuracy is at 34. Wow. Accuracy is 31. Huh. So if it still goes by the same rules... Leather cap. Yes, alright. So the cap, that's the same. Okay, so that's the same. It's just called cap, of course. Okay, I'm just listening to the music here for the difference. Okay. Gigas Worm. This must be a creep. This must be creep. Okay, yeah, so if the red mages have 34, if it calculates hits the same as it does in the NES version, Black Widow, these must be spiders from the old one, because I don't think you fight arachnids in the Temple of Fiends. I think it's just spiders. So just like that, my red mages are suddenly doing a lot more damage than my fighters. I mean, a lot more damage. So that's a very different calculation already from the NES version. Because fighters would get that extra hit long before red mages would. Oh, and you can get treasures from enemies. Echo Grass. Oh, for silence. Wow, that's nice. So we have more items for curing. Huh. And we're level 4 already? They must have tweaked the level up experience. Because there's no way I would be level 4. Let's see what these chests say. The ones that are locked. I want to see what the locked by the Mystic Key message is. Ghoul. Oh, there's a ghoul and we're stunned. Look at that. Got a back attack from a ghoul, and we're stunned. Alright, so the fighter's got 2 hits now, so that helps. Alright, what's this say? Been bound by the Mystic Key. Bound by the Mystic Key, not locked by the Mystic Key. I think the other one just says this door is locked with a Mystic Key. Yeah, and I might use some of my cure... Oh yeah, I guess I have MP, don't I? Ooh, this is actually a rather threatening battle. Because if Ward Wolf is a Grey Wolf, which I'm assuming it is, then it'll have a lot more hit points. And Goblin Guard, I'm pretty sure, is the Grimp, Grey Imp. All right, cool. So these would be 2 creeps. Some of the enemies I might not know the difference, or I might not know what their NES translation was. But just going by this area, I would guess that these creeps. These guys are creeps. Are we level 5 already? Jeez. I can't believe how fast the level ups happen in this game. It must be totally rebalanced. It must be completely rebalanced. Because... And look how much hit points these guys have. Holy cow. These guys are piling on the hit points. Alright. I guess, yeah, I guess. Alright, let's see what Garland says. The king will have no choice but to exchange the kingdom for his daughter's life. Cornelia will be mine. Oh, exclamation mark. And a little anime trope there. Who's there? Humph. King's lapdog. Do you have any idea who you're messing with? What it takes to cross swords with me? Very well. I, Garland, will knock you all down. Hey, look at that. They kept that little charming piece of translation. I, Garland, will knock you all down. I like that. Alright, let's see how this boss battle with Garland goes. But we have boss music, that's good. Actually, we're all fighting. Because these guys can do more damage with their 2 hits. Haven't cast fire yet once. Maybe I'll just try it and see. But he might be dead soon. Yeah, so he was doing more damage fighting than casting fire. 32 experience, 250 gold, and yeah, normally you really need that gold. What's Princess Sarah have to say? First time anyone's ever defeated Garland. Alright, teleport to the castle. When darkness veils the world, 4 warriors of light. Shards of light. Gather the shards of light. The darkness will consume all. Crystals will never shine again. Oh no. Crystal can be found on the continent to our north. Restoring the light to the crystals is our only hope. The monsters which plague it. Bridge to the north rebuilt. Okay. Alright, so that must be our little, like, ding shrine. Sarah's thoughts are always with you. Okay, and she should have a loot for us. There we go. Cool. The dancing girl knows many bits of odd information, huh? Oh, so Erlon the dancer is a hint giver. I did not realize that. Let me take a look. Let me talk to Erlon the dancer. See See if she gives me a hint to go up to the North Continent. Oh, we get a hint right here, actually, to go to the North Continent. Ha. Alright, so the guy's working on the bridge. Nice. So the little item get chime, that da 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 da. Trying to remember if that's close to what the FF1 sounded. I know later Final Fantasy games use that. Huh. Do we have a good little moment of humor here? Four Warriors of Light, they're here. Okay. Okay, so I can get out of the castle. Let me talk to Erelon, the dancing girl. She doesn't call herself Erelon in this version. Yeah, crossing the bridge to the north. You must really want to dance. Hee hee. That's interesting. So, I'm going to fast forward through all these because this is a really long animation here. Wow. Alright, cool. We're set there. I'm going to save the money on the spells. We have Fire and Cure. I guess I may grab Protect at some point, but I don't know. So the item gets chime. I don't know. I can't remember already. I'm trying to get it in my head what the item get chime is, but I don't think it's that. I think that's a later Final Fantasy thing, but I could be totally wrong there. Let's see if we get our little epilogues. Yes, our little, not epilogue, prologue. There it is. Oh, and look at that. That's cute. And so their journey begins, should be the first line. Oh, close. Close. We get the Final Fantasy theme, which is nice. Okay, we have a great task. I do like the GBA recreation of that first splash screen, though, that title screen. And you gotta love this tune. Gotta love the tune. And I don't think I can skip this, but I don't want to. I don't want to fast forward it either. Just enjoying what we've got. I have to say, though, I prefer the NES sound chip even to the VBA one, the Visual Boy, the name of the emulator, the Game Boy Advance. GBA, not VBA. I just don't like the honky, hissy sound. Alright, we're back to the title screen. Should I have saved? No. Okay. We're good? Alright, let's head up to say hi to Matoya. I probably don't have to go up and say hi to Matoya, but I can. Oh, I wonder, do you think B select works in this version? Hey, it sure does. Look at that. Wow. Enlarged map. Current position. Okay. So enlarged map is the zoomed in map. I see. I see. Alright. And it starts you at the bottom of these ones. Your default's at the bottom. So hit point growth is huge on the fighters compared to the red mages. I can see that already. And I should make a good deal of money on the way over here. Alright, let's hear this music. Okay. B button select. Swish swisharoo. So they even tell you, the broom tells you that it's going to speak backwards. Matoya's running into things. No skulls I'm noticing already too. And the music not as good. My eye, my eye. Okay. So she has the same thing there. I'm just here to grab the chest and to see what Matoya was up to. Potion. And antidote, that would be the pure potion in the other one. We have pots. Do they hide stuff in pots in this version? I don't know. So far everything's been in the same place though. Oops. Ooh. That's not great. I like the quick loading times. You don't have to go for the one screen to open and the next one, or to close and then open. So that's nice to not have to worry about. And battles are much more efficient. You can get through them a lot. Ooh, Crazy Horse. These must be mad ponies. 3 mad ponies though. These guys can really pack a wallop if they care to. If I have 2 hits already. Alright, ooh, and you can get, that's right, you can get potions from battles in this one, so we may be not as short on heal potions as we normally are on the NES version. Okay, yep, so we'll go for the Grey Wolf first. So 1 hit, that would mean one of those hits missed if common Final Fantasy logic is to be used. It means one of those hits missed. So this battle would take a little bit longer. I'll get a little more experience out of this one. Not a whole lot of gold. 53 experience is not bad, but I'm level 6 now. Alright, how much to the next level? 155, yes, only a couple more battles like that would do it. Okay, 2 creeps. I want to see what the ogres look like. I'm going to change my boss. There we go. For some reason my emulator, when I click out of the emulator's the active window, it silences itself. I'm not sure why it silences. If I learn how to, I will try to fix that for a future stream. But until then, just enjoying this pretty high encounter rate I'm running into. This would be an iguana, I think, in the NES translation. And it seems like it has more hit points, because I think iguanas only have 50 hit points in the old one. Maybe I'm wrong there. Maybe they have more. This one might have more. I don't have my Final Fantasy Algorithms guide to consult here. I want this to be a truly blind playthrough. Whoa, okay. I'm gonna have to use one of my cure charges. And I keep thinking cure charges. That's not the right word. It's MP, not cure charges. It's just regular old MP. So does that mean, and I don't know about this, does that mean that you can learn any level of magic no matter what? I wonder if that's the case. You can learn, if I could go down to Elfland right after this battle and learn level 4 spells right away. I don't know if that's the case. We'll see. I'm also going to try to see if the Peninsula of Power is still a thing. We're gonna try. Oh, we got a level up. Good, that was just before. I'm gonna stay at the inn here before the pirates. Please help us. Yes, the pirates. Let's see what Vicky the pirate has to say. Hey, the guy with the mohawk. They kept him with the mohawk. They kept the guy with the mohawk right there. That's awesome. Alright, yeah, and I'm going to fast forward through all this because this is way too slow. I don't know why it does this in this version. This is way slow. You have to sit through that whole thing. Alright, anyway. Here we go. That's like Vicky right there. Vicky's Buccaneers, huh? Vicky's, oh, Buccaneers, sorry. Vicky's Buccaneers. Cannonballs of Steel. Ooh, that's a little bit dirty, Nintendo. Keel haul 'em, boys. That's also a little bit violent. We'll make their bones go crunch. Translation's not too bad. Yeah, I'm just gonna hold down the A button for this whole battle. I guess. Just hold down the A button. So I wonder how they translate the Kaizokus in the ocean. If these guys are pirates and the other ones were Kaizokus in the old NES translation, I wonder how those are translated. We'll see. We'll see soon enough, because I'm going to get the ship. Alright, got a shield. Cool. Alright, so we got the ship. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not the chime, but maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm crazy. Alright, so let me take a look at what's going on here in town. This is white magic. Okay, so we got Invis 1. Null Shock would be a lit, or a lit. Okay, so definitely ice for both of these guys. And we're gonna get definitely temper for both of these guys. Because if temper works, then better for us even. Yeah, I guess we can go for Invis. It's gonna cost us like all of our money, but... Alright, I'm gonna check the Peninsula of Power. We're gonna do it. I haven't saved in a while, let's do that. Alright, let's see about this peninsula. It's gonna get just a little bit grindy while we fight a lot of these battles over here. I'm hoping to run into an ogre, because I actually need the cash. Alright, let me check my map for this peninsula. Is it the one? Oh, it's the one over there. So I've got to go over a little bit more. Back attack. Speed it up a little bit. Alright, there we go. So at least these battles are efficient. I like that you can get the battles over pretty quickly. Alright, cool. Wow, one step, huh? One step. I'm gonna speed up these battles with the wolves. Yeah, although I don't know why I bother getting spells for the red mages if they're doing so much damage just with rapiers. Let's see. Okay, yep. I'm almost there to Peninsula of Power, the POP. Or we used to call it the Peninsula Northeast of Provoca, so PNEP, but that's a little bit clunky. Doesn't quite roll off the tongue like the Peninsula of Power. And Tarantula, these must be arachnids. If Black Widow was spider, these guys must be arachnids. They're sure taking a lot more to bring down. They're taking a lot more punishment, these guys. So maybe, okay, so maybe once we get enemies with some defense, it becomes harder for the red mages to hold up. Alright, so I'm going to save before we get to the top of this peninsula. Oh, here we go, 2 ogres. Nice. Yeah, so it looks like the way damage is calculated is completely different, because the fighters now are suddenly outstripping the red mages by quite a bit. There must just be in their strength growth. I need to look at the stats here. No crits from anybody there. All right. 97 experience, 390 gold. That's what I like to see. All right, so let's see. Strength 14. The attack is 16. And the accuracy is 47. So, oh, the accuracy's gone actually up quite a bit. 14, accuracy 52. Yeah, jeez. I say. Alright, so it should be right up there. Should be here. Should be these 4 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4. Should be these. Okay, and they left in the Peninsula of Power. Cool. Now, let's see if I can survive. 'Cause I'm not sure that I can. It's gonna take just about everything I've got. Okay, so they can survive a little bit. Oh, and doing 50. That's nice. That's nice. We ought to be able to survive. Okay, and the trolls have... Yep, interesting. The trolls have the innate ability to gain back health every round. Which is what, in the original game, they were supposed to, but it was bugged and didn't work correctly. Same thing with vampires. Vampires were supposed to be in regenerate status. But I see Temper is definitely working. Temper is definitely working. So let's see how much fire does to a weak against fire enemy. Let's see how we're doing. 30? No. Not great. Great, but it'll do okay. It'll do okay, and I think we should be able to survive this battle. Yep, there we go. We all survived. Big chunk of money. Okay, and just one level. Cool. And we're close to the next level. Close to the next level. That's nice. Alright, let's do this. Let's cure up. Let me see if we can survive one more battle. Alright. Let's see if we can sit and survive one more battle. Actually, did I save enough for Temper? Cost 10 NP for Temper. Okay, so he's got enough for one more Temper. Nice. So Temper really works well. I'm going to save up. That's exciting that they left in the Peninsula of Power. That's exciting. So these 2 squares also should do it, but let me confirm that. Let's take a peek. Alright. Yep, okay. Hail Gigas. These are giants. These are giants. Alright, so a temper for each of these guys. Let's see how we do on damage and everything with these guys. Yeah, I can tell the difference between the tempered and the untempered characters. Oh, and I don't have anything for Invis, and he didn't get Invis, did he? Nope. Let's see how much ice does on these giants. Invis would have been a good spell to have there, as would Protect, which I'll need, which I'll get eventually. Invis and Protect would be good. But after this, I'll head back to the inn. 48, so they can do some, they can punch. But this should be another quite lucrative battle for me. Ooh, just barely survived. Big chunk of money, and then another level, of course. Okay, strength, luck, souls gained a level. Hit points by 2, MP by 4. Hit points by 3, okay, yeah. So already you can see the big difference in hit point growth. Okay, so we are like out of magic. So let's head back to Provoca. Ooh, gas, huh? Okay, paralyzed. I wonder what ghasts are. There might be ghasts in the old one, but I don't know if they were up here. I can't remember if that was an enemy or not. There was quite a few enemies that shared that same sprite. That same ghoul sprite. Zombie, ghoul, ghast, specter. I can't remember if ghast was one. It ought to have been one. It was all the same ones that you would see in any regular D&D game. So I'm glad they didn't get the strike first chain stun thing going on. I'm going to just fast forward through these goblin battles and route back to Provoca here. So I should have a nice chunk of cash to buy more spells and more equipment. So I'm going to heal up in the inn before I hop in the ship. I know my stream gets a little bit skippy when I do that. Actually, I might pop over to... I'm going to pop over to Corneria I'm going to buy Protect for the mages in level 1. Or for at least... Okay, they're Buccaneers in this version, huh? Awesome. So these would be the Kaizokus, and these guys will actually pay out pretty well for money as well. This is going to be a 400 or 500 gold battle, I think. If they pay out the same as they do in the NES version. So I'm going to have to explore my options for buying stuff. Here, before I buy too much, I'm going to explore my options. But I think it's going to be Corneria first to get Protect for those two guys. Maybe, well, I'll get Lit too, I guess. So I won't bother with Lightning. Unless I'd rather get Invis. Maybe I'd rather get Invis than Protect. It probably doesn't matter too much at this stage in the game. I'll get 1 protect and 1 lightning. Actually, no, I won't worry about lightning. Because these guys can do a decent amount of damage outside of their black magic output. Let's see how well we are at buying potions in this game. Cool. You can buy potions a lot more easily, which is good. Alright. Oh, Phoenix Down. You can actually buy a Phoenix Down, huh? Wow. And sleeping bag would be like a tent. Ha. Neato. Neato. And you can buy in bulk, which is also good. And I haven't been in the clinic yet. Okay, do not lose heart, brave warriors. Wow. Rather creepy in there. Let's see, what does the dancer have to hint us in there? Western Keep. Ah, okay. Western Keep. Nice. That might be the Northwest Castle. Something like the Northwest Castle. I'm gonna pop over to the Dwarf Cave and get some money. And then we'll head down to Elfland and figure out how we're gonna kit ourselves out for magic and equipment. I don't. This muted music is not great. Yeah, definitely we'll be ready for some new swords for our fighters. But I just don't know if they'll have silver swords down there still, or if they moved that. Ooh. See if we can get these guys taken care of before they paralyze everybody. Alright, there's one. Those guys with their gaze attack have the biggest threat to paralyze everybody. So now we can just go at these Sahagins. I'm playing this at a rather leisurely pace, I know. I could be rushing through the game a lot more, but... Okay. But there should be a decent stash of money in the Dwarf Cave down here that I'm going to grab. And, of course, nice to get the money from these guys as well. Haven't been poisoned yet, which is good. So I don't have to worry about the pure potions or the antidotes. Okay, cool. Strike first. Get rid of our creeps. No, get rid of 1 creep. 2 creeps. And these guys won't be too threatening, but we'll get a good amount of money off of them. As far as experience, they're not going to be too handy on the experience part now that we've gotten a couple levels up at the Peninsula of Power. The experience is not going to be all that useful for us. But I'd like to make a pretty good chunk of progress in this game today. There's another level up. Jeez. Mount Durgar, huh? Lally-ho, they say. Okay, so they've got this weird fake Scottish accent thing going on these guys. Is this the Smith? Yeah. If only I could have some of the legendary metal adamantite, I'd be able to make such a magical sword. There's the faux Scottish thing. Let's see, where is the... Come on. There's a room with some treasures that's unlocked. Nitro powder. I like the translation of these guys. Alright, Levistone, that must be floater. Okay, good armlet. You should try an armlet out. Okay, here's kind of a tutorial. It's Narek. He's smushing rocks in the back of the cave. Narek is the guy you have to give the TNT, or the nitro powder, as it seems like they've translated it in this game. Where are those treasure chests now, though? Because this would be the locked one. Yeah. There's an unlocked one. And this is Narek. Okay. I've got to find... Unless they've taken it out of this version. Which maybe they have. But that seems unlike them. So far, everything's been exactly in the same place. And unless I'm just wrong... Okay, okay, never mind. I was just looking in the wrong spot. Yeah, it's about 1,000. I knew it was about 1,000. That's an interesting effect when you're in the trees. Is it like alternating frames of showing you and showing the trees? It's strange that it has to do that. I wonder if that's some kind of weird design compromise. Seems like that's... I don't know if that would be intentional. Well, actually, I can X the pirates, can't I? Should have X'd the pirates a long time ago. Alright, so let's see what Elfland has got for us. Maybe it's time to start using more magic with these red mages. And I can see the hit point and magic point growth is a little bit more random. Because already they're separating out, even the ones with the same class are starting to separate out a little bit. So the big thing I need to check to see if they have silver swords down here in Elfland. And if they have Lit 2 and Fire 2 spells that I can grab. So those will help out a lot in the wizard battle, although the wizard battle might be easier than it was previously. Elfheim, huh? Not Elflands. Ooh, the inn. There we go, there we go. Alright, let's see what you got. Okay, so yeah, they do not have... They do not have the silver sword here. They have sabers. Attack 13 and accuracy 5. Okay, and that's attack 4. Guess I'll buy them all. And actually, should have equipped that shield a while ago. Okay, I can just do that. Okay, and I can just do that. Neat. Alright, let me sell some of this other stuff. Our knives. Our rapiers. Alright. And I think I can get cap and gloves here if things are the same, if things have held true. Okay, and I can get Fyra and Thundara. Nice. Alright, I'm gonna wait for a minute and see about the armor sitch. So I can't get the gloves here, huh? Can't do the gloves. Alright. Well, I can get this other stuff. And I'll get one iron armor, because I think there's one more down in the marsh cave. And let's get 2 of these and 1 cap. Okay. That should be everything I need for that, yes. Yep. Okay, yep, and there's no gloves, so no dice on that. There's the item shop, and let me just see about level 4 spells, see if it'll let me even look at them. I don't think I have enough money. Oh, I guess I do. I guess I do, but I wonder, does it say I can't learn them because I'm not high enough level or because I don't have enough money? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Do they still make that joke in the cemetery? I need to see that before I go. If they still have the joke about Erdrick from Dragon Warrior. Okay, so these guys are dancing. Excuse me. Alright, so this would be Afer, and that'd be Cure 2. Okay, so I've spent all my money. Time to head to the Marsh Cave. Here lies Link. Ah. Haha, way to go, Nintendo. What else we got here? Astos. I know where he's gone. Whoops. I know where Astos has gone. And I guess I might as well... I'll stay at the inn, I know it's expensive. Alright. And I'm fast forwarding through all the inn sequences because they are just agonizingly long. I don't know why. I don't know why they're so long, but God help us. Okay, cool. And I might start running from battles like this because, come on. Because, come on. I'm actually curious to see what the Marsh Cave music looks like. Sounds like. And what the Marsh Cave itself looks like. So I've got Fire 2 and I've got Lit 2. Fire 2 should help with any large groups of undead that I have to deal with. Yeah. Alright, so that's what running looks like in this game. Good to know. See if we can get out. Nope. Nope. Oh, okay, yep, there we go. That's interesting how it pictures that. How it has someone step up like that. I'm attempting to run and then step back if they fail. That's interesting how they translate that visually. I might as well just fight this battle because it'll be quite rewarding for cash. These new swords are doing pretty good. Yeah. New swords are holding up well. Yeah, should just be a couple of hits on the ogre to take him out. That'll do that. And do I have this right? Am I going the right way? I think I am. Gas I don't think is the same name as the other ones. But now I can't remember which ones they are that you can run into down here. You can also run into the shadows, I think, down here. Those are the pretty easy ones that just inflict darkness. That in the NES version, darkness is broken, it's bugged, and doesn't work. Come on. Come on. Alright, yeah, this is the way to the Marsh Cave. There it is down there. Alright, I'm gonna get out of this battle. I don't want to deal with poison going into the Marsh Cave. There's plenty of stuff that can poison you once you're down there. Alright. Here's the music. Alright, if we have preemptive strike, then let's just get out of here. I like that. I'm gonna grab the treasures that are up here first. Wow. We've been getting pretty good luck with the preemptives here. Blood bones, oh, and crawlers. Yeah, there's crawls down here. Nice. Money. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I hate this music. I'm pretty sure I hate this music. Broadsword, alright. Hello, G-Concepts. I'm streaming a 20-year-old game because I really like 20-year-old games, to be very honest with you. I just got... The last game I streamed was the NES version of this game, so an even older version of this game. But I am a retro game fan. I don't do actually really any new games. And it's not because I just specifically think there's something wrong with them, or that all old games are good and no good games are any good, or new games are any good, but I just enjoy gaming for nostalgia's sake. And this is actually the first time I've ever played this game. So this game is kind of new to me. This game is new to me. The shadows are okay. They're not very threatening. But I'm comparing this version of Final Fantasy 1 to the NES version. That's why my stream title is kind of weird, because I just did a very thorough playthrough of the NES version of Final Fantasy 1. And I've never played any of the remakes. So, I don't like these guys. Although I'm not sure. I know a lot of info about these enemies in the NES version. I don't know if these guys have all the same properties. I'm going to save while I'm here. Nice, I don't have to use a tent to save. In the NES version, you had to use an item like a tent or a cabin to save the game. It's nice that you can save for free in this version. And this goes on. Yes. And I'm very curious as to what the wizards are going to look like, although I'm sure they're not called wizards. They might go by Pisco Demon or something. See if I can get out of this before I get paralyzed. Excellent. So yeah, G-Concepts, I'm pointing out differences as I notice them, because I'm playing this one blind, as I said. So as I notice differences between this game and the NES version that I just did a very comprehensive playthrough of, I'm noticing them, pointing them out. So far, I haven't been poisoned. This might be the end of my good luck for poison. Okay, nope. I will go ahead and fight this one out, though. So there's our first poison of the game. The poison rate seems to be a lot less, because I fought a number of enemies that can poison you, and that's the first time I've run into it, which is good, because that's a major inconvenience in the NES version of the game. Also, it doesn't reorder your party, which is nice, because that's also another huge inconvenience in the NES version, is it puts any character that gets poisoned After the battle, it sticks them in the back row. They still have annoying bats. And the bats still, there we go, still block your progress. Like that, so they can get in your way and irritate you. Oh, gargoyles. Okay, that's right. Forgot these were in here. These are in the NES version. There are gargoyles down here. Their big threat in the NES version is they can get multiple hits on you. And they can they can punch rather hard. So I'm running from undead to avoid the chain stun. The enemies that will just stun all your party members and then plink you down while you can't do anything, while you can't act. That hasn't happened yet. The reason my character sprites look the same is I have two warriors, which were called fighters in the NES version, and 2 red mages. So actually, it's their class. So they're the in this game, your characters aren't really named characters with much plot to them. There really isn't any plot to speak of for this game. So my players are just kind of identical things. So there's 2 warriors, 2 red mages. So your character sprites go by what their class is. So you can pick from warrior, thief, black belt, which is like a monk, or red mage, white mage, or black mage. The red mages can use both white and black magic, but they have some also some good physical damage as well. So the red mages are a really nice one. They're supposed to have some disadvantages over the white and black mages, but in the NES version, I'm not sure if it's going to be the same in this one. They kind of lose some power later on in the game. I don't know if that's going to happen with this one or if it's going to happen sooner. Yeah, it's a good question. So it's basically just what class they are determines what your character sprites look like. The werewolves in this one, that's the same name as the NES translation, and they can poison you, so I'm going to try to avoid fighting this one. The warg wolves are called gray wolves in the NES translation. And I'm just making sure, I'm trying to be thorough that I cover all these rooms that might have treasure in them, because there's a couple of things that I want. I want to make sure I get the iron armor that's down here, but I'm not sure where it is. And I need to heal up. Also, the magic system in this one has really been made a lot easier. In the NES version, your magic was the same as the Dungeons and Dragons style of magic. The way they did it is you get a certain number of spell charges in different levels. So you get like level 1 spells, like these guys have level 1 spells, level 2 spells, level 3 spells. But instead of an MP pool that all spells draw from, you had a certain number of spells of each level. So you could cast like 3 level 1 spells, 2 level 2 spells, and 1 level 3 spell. And they were spell charges like an old game of D&D. So you had to manage how many spells of each level you used as you went through. So it really made this made the magic system a lot easier. So now I can cast as many of those higher level spells as I want to, as long as I have enough MP. Before it wasn't as easy as that. And this floor seems to be going on forever. But it's not really any threat to me. Nothing down here is really punching me too hard. So I can tell they've adjusted some of the damage values there, because those gargoyles in the NES version they could hit you quite a lot harder than these guys are hitting me. Alright, here's the key item that I need down here. This is where I'm going to fight the wizards, is what they're called in the NES version. They're probably not called that in this one. They might go by Pisco Demon or something, because that's what they are. They're taken from D&D Pisco Demons. Alright, so let's see. Oh, there we go. They are called Pisco Demons. Excellent. They are, in the NES version, they're weak against lightning. So I'm going to, yeah. I'm going to do that. Temper will increase his attack power, but I want to see how much damage Thundara can do. Yeah, these guys just hit hard. Alright, so that's kind of a wasted temper spell, because that first one should be dead now, and then the next one should go down with 1 or 2 attacks. Yep. There we go. So we're leveled up. Alright, and I get to grab the crown, which is it's a key item I need to bring to the next spot in the plot. Again, there's really not much plot to speak of in this game, but you get a series of little tokens you need to bring to different places to unlock new areas you can go to. That's what they built. It's a pretty flimsy game, but it's a lot of fun. Oh, that's a Mystic Key door. I'm not going to come back for that later. Maybe I was wrong about the iron armor, or I just missed it. I'm going to check the bottom of this screen, of this floor, and then I'll get out of here. Because my next... Is this another Mystic Key door? Yes, this is. Later on, I'll get a key that unlocks these doors, but I'm not going to bother coming back in, so that one's another locked door. This one too. Wow. Okay. All right, so I'll just get out of here. No problem. I guess I'll just have to buy that iron armor, or maybe they moved it somewhere. No bother. See if we can get out of here quickly. There we go. One of these. I think I may have already cleared that out. Oh well. So the next thing I'll have to do is take the crown to the... There's a castle to the north of this this hole. And that's where there's a dark elf that is disguised himself as a king, and he tries to take my crown, and I have to fight him as a dark elf. At least that's the plot in the NES version. I'm sure that's going to be similar, if not exactly the same in this one. He'll probably have some punchier dialogue in this version. There we go. And then from him, I'll get the crystal, and I have to take that to a witch, and from the witch, I get the herb, which I have to take to awaken a sleeping prince who's been put under a spell. I think it was put under the spell by Astos, the guy that I have to beat. How to get out of here? Maybe is at the bottom. Yeah, I'll just get out. So I just have to go, you have to go through a series of item passing for a while here. Okay, yep, it's at the bottom. I'll go ahead and fight these gargoyles, I guess. I need a little bit more gold and experience going forward from here. Although they've made, in this version, you level up a lot more quickly than in the NES version. Oh, I guess I can put my X up on the wizards. I keep calling them wizards. That's my habit. Sorry about that. Sorry about that little hiccup there. Thought I heard something in my place. Thought I heard somebody at the door. Oh, is this my... Yeah, that's my stairs door. The Marsh Cave is always an irritating dungeon to go through. In the NES version, it's a lot more difficult than this one. It's harder to run from these battles. And I'll cast Spyra just in case he gets it off first. This should kill them all. Yep. So we can collect the money and the experience. Shadows I'll fight because they're not very threatening, and they're the ghost sprite rather than the humanoid undead sprite. All right, and we're out. Cool. And actually, I might just try to fight Astos while I'm over here. I think I'm going to fight Astos while I'm over here. Sure, the gist for this plot, what's happening now is there's a sleeping elf prince who when I was in Elfland was the last town I've been to. So where I am right now is I need to waken this sleeping elf prince, but I have to grab a few other items. The overall gist of this plot of this game is that the world is in trouble, and prophecy said that 4 light warriors would appear to save the world, and our 4 characters, who are completely nameless and personalityless, showed up as these warriors of light, and we've been completing tasks to bring light back to these crystals. There's 4 crystals of earth, wind, fire, and water that have been darkened, and we need to bring light back to them by beating the evil that's taken over the crystals. But right now, I'm on my way to meet this dark elf king, where if I talk to him before I went down into the marsh cave, he just says, "I need my crown, I need my crown, I'll give you something for my crown if you can get it for me." But when you bring him the crown, he's going to attack us. And he's normally a rather tough boss, so I'm going to see if I can beat him in my somewhat weakened state. Yeah, here we go. So let's see what his dialogue is. It's probably punchier than the NES version. We fell right into his trap. He is Astos, King of the Dark Elves, yes. And the sprite on my stream is his NES sprite, is the Astos NES sprite. It's going to look different on this one. It's a good question. Are you allowed to change class? You're not allowed to change your class, although there is a class upgrade that you go through. So warriors turn into knights, and mages turn into wizards. They go through like a little step up, and they're allowed to do a few more things, but you can't. It's not like Final Fantasy V. You can't change your classes at will. The game would be quite different if you could. Ooh, nice sprite for Astos there. In the NES version, he has a very high physical defense, so magic is the way to go after him in the NES version, and he has a death spell in the NES version that does just this. So that's the same. But yeah, so class changing is not like FF5. So when you pick your party at the beginning of the game, that's what you're locked into for the whole time. So if you didn't know what you were doing, you could stick yourself with a really junky party, which made a lot of what made the old game more challenging. Some would say way too challenging, and I would say probably too. For its time, it was really, really tricky. And this guy has a lot more hit points than he does in the NES version, I can already tell, because I think he only has 160 hit points in the NES version, but he's taken a lot more damage than that already. Okay, it's slow. Yeah, slow just reduces your number of hits. This is not an active time battle system game, so slow is just gonna. It took him from 1 hit to 2, or from 2 hits to 1 hit. So the same thing works where there's a spell in this game called Fast, where it just increases your number of hits per turn. It's a very archaic game. So we got from Astos, this is just a big, long series of fetch quests. So we got from Astos the Crystal Eye, and we need to bring the Crystal Eye to a witch that we had met earlier in the game, who is blind without her Crystal Eye. And she can make medicine that will wake up our sleeping elf prince. Then after that, we'll get to head over and we can start working our way down to fight the first fiend of Earth that will bring light back to the Earth crystal. So it's actually a pretty short RPG also if you know what you're doing. And this version has been easy-fied. Not sure what the best way to describe that would be. It's been nerfed a little bit. Because the first one was pretty hardcore and required a bit of grinding. But this one I've been kind of cruising through. As I can see, they've rebalanced it a little bit. But it's basically after this. Oh yes, I'm dealing with... Okay, poison. And this version has Phoenix Downs in it, but the first game did not have Phoenix Downs. There was no item that would restore a dead character. There was a spell that only a high-level mage could learn of the life spell. Ooh, all right, cool. I'm actually going to power my guys up a little bit because this fight will give me a ton of money. Yes, it is similar to FF5 with the crystals. Yes, there's 4 crystals that we have to fight a boss to restore each crystal. That's exactly right. We have to get, yeah, there's a boss of earth, fire, wind, and water. So just like Captain Planet, we have to fight these spirits. But there's a few interesting little bits and bobs of this game that give it some staying power, at least for me. I can already tell I'm not going to like this version as much as the NES version, and it's not because I'm trying to be hipster about it. The NES version is really charming in a lot of the ways that it's limited. And there's a lot of bugs in the NES version. There's a ton of bugs, actually, in the NES version. Most of which are well known to the community of players who are still playing it. There's a number of spells that just flat out do not work in the NES version. They just don't do anything, or they actually function opposite to the way they're supposed to. Yep. So this has another very old-school RPG feel of having to go to a place in town to revive a dead warrior. But they've given you Phoenix Downs as an option in this game, so you can skip that normally. I'm fast-forwarding through all of these in sequences because these are really long. These are unnecessarily long, I think, these in sequences to rest up. Alright, so I've got a bunch of money now I need to spend on some spells and equipment, so let me just plan out what I want here. Let me check out the level 3 white spells here in Elfland again. I can get Cure 2. Alright, he's got Cure 2. Null Blaze is a fire protection spell. And then I think I will get the other offensive spell for each of these guys. Yeah. Yep, I'm gonna go with that. Lightning 2 and Fire 2. And then I'm gonna get the level 4 magic. Do I have money? Yeah, I've got money. So I get some level 4 spells up here too if we're high enough level. Which I need to check. That's the item shop. Yeah, Elfland does have level 3 and level 4 spells. Looks like we're not a high enough level to learn that yet. To learn these yet, huh? Magic level is too low. Alright. Oops. Okay, now we can head up to the Witch's Cave and make that exchange, and then come back and revive the Elf King, and then we have the Elf Prince, I should say, and then we have to go collect the TNT to give to the dwarf. So this is part of a really long fetch sequence here, which is kind of where I'm in the middle of it now. We're just getting one plot token item after another. And also the way running works in this game is rather than hold down a run button in battle and having it check, you have to select which characters you want to try to flee. And then on their turn, it rolls a random number generator, checks it against a few other variables, and decides if that character successfully gets the team away or not. So if you're used to, in RPGs, just holding down L and R to run from battles, that will not, doesn't work in this game that way. Let's see how Matoya reacts to us having her crystal. What's it called in this one? Jolt Tonic, huh? In the NES version, it is rather hilariously called Herb, or Herb, just H-E-R-B. In the NES version, that's how they translate it. So it's going to be a key item. Serum to break the deepest sleep. Yeah, we hold on to the crown for a while. Because Astos didn't actually get the crown from us. So yeah, in the NES version, you have the herb that you give the prince, and it just says, "This medicine is too bitter," I think is what it says in the description. So we know we need to go wake the prince. Presumably, I guess in the old translation, they thought if they said it was bitter, then it would be like smelling salts and would wake the prince by just having a really bad smell. I don't know how they... what they were thinking when they translated it. The first game is not translated very well, but it is, like many poorly translated games, it's rather charming for a modern audience to play through, I think. Again, I'm part of the retro community that enjoys stuff like this. The newer Final Fantasy games, G-Concepts, the newest one I've actually ever played is Final Fantasy IX, believe that or not. That's the newest one I played. After that, I took a long time off of video games after the PlayStation 1 generation. This is the guy I need to give my tonic. So I really enjoyed 7, 8, and 9 and Tactics, the PlayStation 1 era games, but I've never played anything newer than that because I haven't really had... I didn't even get a PlayStation 2 until pretty recently. But for me, it's hard to... I'm the kind of person, I'm reaching an age where it's hard for me to really find new things that I'm into, especially when it comes to video games. I've tried getting into a couple of newer games, and it's just harder for me to really get into it and want to put the time in. Because I just enjoy nostalgic games so much. And even this one, although I've never played this game... Oh, I need to get the treasures in here. It has that same nostalgic appeal to me. I would certainly give a newer Final Fantasy game a try. Actually, but I don't have my PlayStation 2 with me right now because I'm currently living in Ireland, but all of my systems are in storage back in my home state. I'm from the States originally, so I don't actually have access to my old games right now. So I'm emulating. Hello, Ark. I'm chatting about the appeal of new and old games. Maybe you can weigh in on how you feel about newer and older Final Fantasy games yourself. That's what we're just thinking about today. I need to get one more iron armor because I forgot that one, or there wasn't one down in that marsh cave when I thought there was going to be one. Let's see. Yes. All right. There we go. Okay, so I've got the Elfland Mystic Key treasures. Yeah. Yes, FF2 mess. So yeah, so G-Concepts, would you recommend I play FF10 when I get my hands on my PS2 again? My younger brother played it. I can tell you that. He got a PS2 when I went to college. He got a PS2, and he played FF10 and probably 10 too. Ha! No, you're absolutely allowed to say your favorite is FF7. You are absolutely allowed. Yes, and FF5 is a contender for me and my favorite, but I really, really enjoyed 7. I played 7 a ton. I played 8 a ton. 9 was okay for me. Not mind-shattering. Here we go. Here's where we get some good stuff. These are normally locked before you get that key. Okay, if you like grinding and a decent plot. Alright. So Ark is 9, huh? Alright. Ark's favorite is 9. Oh, there's the iron armor. I just bought an iron armor. Jeez. Alright, here's the TNT, or nitro powder. This is what I have to give to a dwarf so that he opens up a canal that gets me out of the inner sea that I'm kind of in now. Right now I'm trapped in this this circular piece of that Arc finished 4 time mages. Yes. Are you, G Concepts, are you familiar with FF5 variant runs? Like the 4-job fiesta, of which we are so excited and proud. Yeah, the plot of FF8 was a mess. The plot of FF5 is a mess. The plot of a lot of FF games is a mess. FF7's plot, I thought, was a mess. With, you're not really fighting Sephiroth until you see him at the end, because you're seeing pieces of Genova or whatever, the whole game. I thought that was very confusing, but I never let bad plot get in the way of a fun game. So G Concepts, I would definitely recommend, if you care to, looking into FF5 variant runs like the 4-job fiesta, which is in the summer. It's an event that you can just enter with a Twitter account, and it raises money for charity, but you don't actually have to pay to enter it or to participate. But you're encouraged to make a donation if you care to. But they give you 4 character classes, 4 jobs. You're assigned them randomly, and then you have to try to complete the game with this variant, with these 4 randomly generated classes. So it's a ton of fun, and there's a great community around it. So I would recommend looking into that if you care to, and if you don't feel like you need to play it or want to play it, there's a lot of people who stream it on Twitch. Okay, these are spiked squares in the NES version too, so these have locked battles on them. So yeah, G-Concepts, this summer, I think it starts in June. I can't remember the date for sure, but it goes a couple of months in the summer. So if you look for Final Fantasy V on Twitch, you'll see a lot of people, myself included. That's how I got into streaming on Twitch, was wanting to participate in the Fiesta streaming. You don't have to stream it, by the way, either. You're not required to stream it, but a lot of people do. Quick, old. Nice. So G-Concepts, that Arc is telling us about a variant run that he just completed using 4 time mages, so 4 of one class. And Neo X-Death is the name of the final boss in FF5. So quick, and the spell quick lets you do 2 actions in 1 turn. So quick and then old. Old is the spell that reduces the stats of enemies. So Arc, you can tell me this, are all pieces of Neo X-Death vulnerable to old? I know the Almagest piece is vulnerable to old. But of course, with Time Age, if you have access to quick, you can do just about what you please. So this is interesting. Yes, Final Fantasy speedruns are also entertaining, G-Concepts. I enjoy a good Final Fantasy speedrun. You into Meteor Spam? Yes, yeah, G-Concepts. I enjoy a good speedrun of an RPG when I have time, and when they do the AGDQ, SGDQ marathons. I'm always interested in those. There's a new RPG marathon starting this year called Limit Break Marathon. That one's in May, I think. That's in a couple of months. Puexel is the name of the person, I think, who's putting that together. Puexel is a great an RPG streamer in general. I think he's starting Chrono Trigger, but he's also streamed Kingdom Hearts. And I have to say, I'm less interested in speedruns of games that I'm not very familiar with, because again, I'm a nostalgia nerd. So it's great for me to see games like FF7, FF1. FF1 is a tricky speedrun. There's a lot of luck involved in an FF1 speedrun. Okay, I'm going to take a look at these weapons I picked up because, yeah, I have there's some interesting things in this. So in the NES version of Final Fantasy, Yeah, because in the NES version of Final Fantasy, there was a sword on sale in Elfland called the Silver Sword, and that was much more powerful than these Rune Blades and Wear Blades were. Also, the Rune Blades and Wear Blades were glitched and did not work, so it was just worth just throwing them away. But that's not going to be the case for now. That's not going to be the case in this one, so I think it's going to be better, yeah, and these guys can use broadsword, so that's going to be, I'll be able to step everybody else up there. So, Ark, I'm not sure what your strats would be for Red and Blue Dragon on the Time Mage. I would have to think about that longer, but I wouldn't be able to concentrate on my game if I had to think about that. So I'll just have everybody run except this guy casting Thunder 2 to clear everybody out, because if he gets that Lightning 2 off, it should take everybody. Thundara. It's called Lit 2 in the NES translation, of course. Okay, so Olden Power Staff. Yep, that would be good on those dragons. And Kingdom Hearts, I should look into playing that Kingdom Hearts, because I'm sure that's good, and if I had been in my new video game buying days when that came out, I would have been all over Kingdom Hearts. I really would have been. So that's a good one that I should check out. And I know it's still got a vibrant community, not just speedrun community around Kingdom Hearts. And I just have to admit, I've never touched it. I just have never played it. So we're heading back to the Dwarf Cave because I need to go find that, the dwarf. I ran into it before when I was looking for the treasures down there. There's more treasures in here, but I need to give this nitro powder to a dwarf who's building a canal that will open up a little piece of land for me. Then I can head over to the town that's nearest the Earth Cave, where I'm going to fight the Earth Fiend. So, Ark, how do I feel about the Dawn version so far? So, I have a lot of mixed feelings about it. There are things that make it kind of slick, but a lot of things that make me wish I was playing the other version. Alright, so these guys have a much more colorful translation. So the translation arc is more interesting in this version. The dwarves have their little faux Scottish thing, and they also say lolly-ho, which is kind of fun. You know, dar we go, talking in dialect. No, we can blow this rock to smithereens, I guess is what we're trying to get out of that one. A rune for, so I think they're going for Scottish on these guys. But yeah, Ark, the magic system is, you know, having MP instead of spell charges is more convenient, but it does take some of the planning out. In battles, being able to hold down the A button and have it retarget enemies that are destroyed is new. Yes, G-Concepts, I don't know if I pointed that out about the NES version in this game. If you attack somebody, or if you, at the beginning of a round, if you choose to attack a monster, and then before your character's turn comes up, that monster dies, your character will attack empty air, and their turn will be wasted. So you can't have all of your characters choose to attack the first monster and then have their attacks distributed out. You have to carefully plan who's going to attack which monster, even in random battles. So that's something that really forces you to be more engaged. Yeah, auto-targeting. Auto-targeting is how I should have said it the first time. Thank you for that. I cannot wait to see what lies out there out that canal. Sorry, couldn't resist. Yeah, so this one having auto-targeting makes it so that I can just during a random battle hold down the A button and the turbo button and just have it play out quickly. You didn't have to count hit points in this one. You know, in the first NES game, you had to count. Okay, that ogre's had 50 hit points taken out of him, so I need to have these two guys attack him so they can do the rest of his health, and this and this and that. In this one, it just doesn't matter. You can just hold everything down and go for it. Ark, I really prefer the music to the NES music to this one. The accent translation is horrible. Yeah. The Irish police are coming to get me. The Irish police. They're called An Garda Síochána. That's what they're called here. Ooh. And things like Tay, when you're trying to say the word two and it's spelled T-A-E, I think that they're shooting for specifically Scottish, which it gets confused with Irish a lot. This battle is going on way too long. Whoops. When I see things like hey, yeah, the game translation, no, I understand. And also my reading of the weird accent is also pretty terrible. You don't have to lie. You don't have to lie. Yeah, hey, but I think they're shooting for a faux Scottish there. Like, what you going to? I think is kind of what they're shooting for when they spell "tay" that way. But Irish people don't pronounce it that way. Where am I going? Did I get everything? I got the Elf Cave. I'm not doing... Oh, the Northwest Castle. I need to concentrate on where I've grabbed stuff. I need to grab stuff. I need to go back to Astos' castle G-Concept. So that's what I'm doing now is I'm collecting all these treasures. Oh, and you know what? I forgot to get the treasures in the Dwarf Cave. God, bonehead for me. I'm spending too much attention chatting. I forgot to grab the Mystic Key treasures down there in the Dwarf Cave with all that cutscene watching him blow up the canal. You know, I didn't really like it, and we're heading back there again, so we'll hear it again. I guess I didn't take much notice of it. I really did not like the Marsh Cave music. The Marsh Cave music was terrible, I thought, in this version. We've got all these easy battles now when I'm making my way back to Astos' castle. But I think all this backtracking is how they fleshed out this game. They made this game longer by forcing you to backtrack as much as you do, especially in this early part. Because if I wanted to, I could go back down into the Marsh Cave and get the treasures down there, but I don't remember them being worth it. I'm just going to try and clear these out quickly. And I do apologize to those of you watching. I need to go back to the Dwarf Cave before we move on to grab those extra treasures. My voice is punking out on me a little bit. I'm sorry about that. One of these battles I'll have to go up and get some water. Sorry about my voice cracking on this. I haven't been to a rock concert or anything. Normally that happens after that. Okay, so Ark, this is what the Origins graphics look like. That's good to know. That's good to know. So yeah, G-Concepts, Ark and I have been chatting about a few other FF1 versions. One of them is a ROM hack of the NES version that's called Final Fantasy Restored, where they fix a lot of the bugs. So I think after I finish streaming this version, I'm going to stream through that one. The one, it's the original NES version where they fixed the bugs. Alright, let me hear this other song. Wow, okay, I guess I didn't notice the new music earlier. Alright. Yeah. Can I get over... I can't remember now how to get over to the, nope, not in there. I can't go through... do I have to go around his room? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I guess they take the regular castle music and make it a little sinister, and there's a boss-ish battle here. Some undead, I think. Yep, the rates, no problem for Fire 2. I'm gonna get some water, I'll be back. Yes, Falcon. Oh, Power Staff, yes. Yes, not sinister, but haunting. Okay, I can buy that. Okay. Okay, cool. So we get to all step up a sword level. And I can just get out of here that way. Excellent. Cool. Yeah, sorry about that. I had to grab some water for my throat there. Feels a lot better. So the next plot thing we're doing, heading over to Melmond, which has been destroyed by a vampire. And the vampire now lives halfway through the Earth Cave. So we need to go fight the vampire and then grab a treasure from the vampire. And then exit the Earth Cave and bring that out to a Titan who is blocking our way. It sounds so ridiculous. Describing the plot of this game and what's coming up sounds so crazy. Alright, so I got the Elfland treasures. Okay, yes. I noticed optimize, of course is handy. Optimize, of course, is nice. That's a more modern Final Fantasy option, of course. And you know, while I'm down here, I'm going to check again to see if I am high enough level to learn those level 4 spells from Elfland. Yes, there was certainly no optimized version in the old one. I know. Yeah, so G-Concepts, part of it is that I know where I need to go next, so I'm not talking to anybody, but basically, yes. The game does kind of railroad you into the right spots, basically where you're going. So you'll kind of see... Alright, so I'm not high enough to learn these yet. So you'll see, now that I've unlocked the other continent, you know, the first town I come to is basically the next one I'm supposed to go. Although there are a couple other options you can do. And if you talk to people, they'll give you clues. It seems like, in this one, the clues are a little more explicit. In the older game, the clues would have been very vague because they were not translated well, but also G-Concepts, and this is critical, if you bought the NES version of this game, it came with a very detailed instruction manual that had a walkthrough of the first half of the game. And it had a big bestiary. It came with all kinds of extra materials. So it actually was great, and I really wish that I still had it. I still have the cartridge of the NES version, but all of that extra stuff I don't have. Yeah, Ark, I noticed that they have the hint system built in with the Dancer and Caneria. But yeah, G-Concepts, if you had the NES version, you would have a walkthrough for the first part of the game, which is probably the hardest part to get around. After that, there's only a few more dungeons, and they're pretty easy to find after that. So I think they could get away with that a little bit more. And I'm sorry we're backtracking a little bit here because I forgot to grab the treasures down here in the Dwarf Cave. But then after this, I'm heading out. Yes, and in the NES game, the Dancer in Caneria just says, "Hi, I'm Erelon the Dancer." But in this one, she's your hint machine. I noticed that I saw the king in the castle says, "If you don't know where to go, talk to the Dancer," which is another, seems like a very easy thing, but I guess if this game came without the printed walkthrough like the NES game did, you would need a little more help. Or, you know, like me, I just know where to go next. So yeah, if G-Concepts, if you haven't played this one before, I'll talk to a few more of the townspeople, which I'm going to do anyway in Melmond, because I'm curious about how they translated their dialogue. Because you'll see their town was destroyed by the vampire, which is kind of one of the only, I don't know, high-stakes bits in this game, is that you see this town that's been destroyed. Alright. Here we go. This is what I should have grabbed earlier, but I was a bonehead about it. Yeah, do helmets. Also, G-Concept, your armor. A worm killer, that'd be the dragon sword, I suppose. Ooh, they have ethers in this game, huh? Yeah, G-Concept, Link to the Past is pretty, is a pretty tricky game if you don't know what you're doing. I needed a walkthrough, but I didn't play it until later, but I needed a walkthrough when I went for it. Nice. Yep. Yes. But this one, it seems like it's a little bit more generous, because even these dwarves, some of these dwarves, like, clue you into stuff for even later on. Okay, so this one says to wear an armlet, which takes the place of armor in this game. But one of these guys is talking about an item that you need way later in the game that's called Floater in the NES version. I don't know what it's called. So in Origins version, the menu song is gone, huh? I would actually prefer that. The menu music is a little bit irritating in every version of this game. NES version and in this one, the menu version. The menu song is a little bit irritating. Okay. Here we go. We're on to the new continent. So G-Concepts, just in case you forgot before, earlier, this little bit of land was filled in. The one right in front of my ship, that was land and that was blocked. So when I gave the TNT or the nitro powder to that dwarf, he blew this open. So now I can go through there. It looks like, is this one of those bonus dungeons? Life Spring Grotto. This must be a bonus dungeon. Tell me about this place. Life Spring Grotto. Men and mermaids who fell in love could live together. Ooh. Nice, but not anymore, huh? So these must be bonus dungeons, because these are not in the NES version. But so anyway, G-Concepts, here is here's Melmond. This is the next town we're going for. You want to see a remake of FF7 with new graphics, huh? HD FF7 remake. Well, I'd say you can join the army of everyone who's clamoring for an HD remake that will probably never happen because that would be too expensive. All right, Melmond. So let's see. So the plot is that this town was destroyed by the vampire. So let's see what they tell me. Restore the crystals to grace. That's an interesting bit of dialogue. Yeah. So the earth is rotting around the earth cave. Stop by the shop. Okay, will do. Thanks. So that's the thing, is that Lich is making the earth, actually the sea monster, or the sea fiend is making the sea wild, and the wind monster is making the wind stop. Okay, so the sage is named Sada in this version, but it's Sarda, S-A-R-D-A. Watts is my name. I've gone all the way. Fed Durgarte. Find Oot. The spring hide of the Earth's decay. Huh? Spring head? Is that what he's trying to say? Okay, so you just have some kind of vanilla dialogue. So FF1, yeah, remakes are okay because you're right about that arc. It is hard to find in NES carts of this game. So I'm glad that I have one. What's the attack on this one? 15. I think I'm going to wait on buying that. So yeah, remakes are a good way to get your hands legally on games that normally you wouldn't be able to. And I don't think I'm going to be high enough level to learn any of these anyway. And is there an armor shop here? Or is it just weapons? Do I remember, is it just weapons? I know there's no clinic. Okay, nope, there is an armor shop. There's no clinic in this town because the vampire destroyed it. This would be the steel armor from the NES version. Okay, so I'll get the extra gloves and the extra helmets. I will get those. Yeah, there's not much they can do. Alright, sweet. I am ready to go on to the Earth Cave. Oh, no, I need to stay at the inn. I'm not quite ready to go up to the Earth Cave. I keep forgetting that I have to stay at the inn because I'm getting spoiled by this having a save option in the menu. Ark, does the Origins version have a save option in the menu? Or is the Origins version like the NES where you have to stay at an inn or use a tent? So G-Concepts, we're talking about the Origins version for PS1 that I've never played, but Ark has, and I don't know if you have played it or seen it. But that was a PS game I didn't get because I had the NES card. In save on that one? Okay. So yeah, I didn't feel the need to make that purchase. Although I did buy the FF5, FF6 Final Fantasy Anthology, and just did not like it with those load times. That just made it a pretty rough experience. Origins is quite favorable, good and bad. So does that mean a lot of the bugs? Hey, great. Awesome, G-Concepts. Thank you for swinging by. And don't you worry, you play that competitively all you want. Thank you for stopping in. Off to the Earth Cave. I wish we could just get out of these battles quickly. Ark, you're a Tekken 3 fan? That's okay. Adios, adios. Alright, here's our Earth Cave. So let's see if I can be thorough about the treasures down here. Fairly thorough, anyway. About the treasures down here. Oh yeah, that's right. Anacondas. So we've had cobras, those must be asps. I wonder what anacondas, okay, so there's no bugs that you know of. Okay, never mind then. And I don't like this version of the Earth Cave music either. I'm not as big a fan of that. And you know, even with FF5, I like playing the FF5 with the sound restored patch because that music is not great for me. Almost sure to get poisoned here. Back attack on the spiders. Oh, guess not. It seems like the poison rate is a little bit less in this game. I'm only just going by observation, not really anything scientific. See, this has cobras, anacondas. Are cobras asps and are anacondas cobras? That's what it seems like in this translation. PS1 has the same songs, but they're higher quality than this. I'm wondering if that's the case. that cobras are asps, and in this game, anacondas are cobras. I think that's what they are. Because I was seeing cobras earlier when you would have normally seen asps. Alright, an Earth Elemental. I'll take that.